Hey, it's Mr. D, the band teacher, and we are continuing our discussion on the flute solo Two Dances by Beethoven. It's a level 2 solo, good for a child that's been playing for a couple years. It's got some high notes in it. It will really kind of push you if you're a beginner. This is really more of an advanced beginner, kind of early intermediate solo. There are some high notes, and what we're going to do in this video, we're going to continue where we left off on the last video. And we're going to be looking at the second section of the song, the second dance. It's the slower one, but it does involve a little bit more, some trickier stuff in it. So I want to take a little bit more time to talk a little bit about this section, give you some more time to work it out. Remember, with anything, any of the solos that you prepare, repetition is the only way you're going to learn it. You're not going to get it once or twice. It really needs to be worked out almost note by note sometimes. Use the video as a guide. I will have a separate video on the performance itself, so you get a sense of what the song sounds like, as a solo. Okay, so I want you to open up your music, grab your flute, and you're looking at Dance 2. It's like the bottom section of the song. And let's talk a little bit about some of those notes. In the last video, I showed you E flat. Okay, it's all the fingers down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This pinky here and this pinky. Okay, that's a high E flat. Okay. And that's in measure 10, so you may want to label that. It's the second to the last note. Okay, there's also a B natural. The B natural is thumb in the back and pointer and pinky down here. Okay? And you remember, if you saw the last video, we played B natural to D. Now D was that second and third fingering. It's like G, but without your pointer. So let's go B to high D. I'll show you here. Okay, so that's a lick that you may need to work out. That's like measure 11. Okay, now on the second line of the dance, that would be if you're using this book right here, Flute Solos. Okay, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4th, 5th line from the bottom. I'm going to play that lick. It starts on the C. I'll do that again. I mess up a little bit. Even I make mistakes there. Okay, so notice I held that high high E flat for 2 beats, and then I went to the D. So that's another little exercise you're going to need to work on. High E flat to high D. All right, I'll play that lick again. You're holding the E flat for 2 beats, and then you're going to breathe and then continue C for 2 beats. To B flat and A natural. Remember, A natural is this. E natural to D. G. So the whole lick really slow. Grab your flute and play along with me. So if you didn't get it with me, you're going to need to work it out slowly until you get it. It's really just a fingering thing. Let's go to the next line now. That's the one that has the 9 on it. Now you're going to start with the high B flat and carry it over to the first 8th note. So it's B, da, 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 da. Okay? B flat, da, da, da. Try that with me, right? It would be like measure 8. So that lick's got E natural in it, and then D flat, no fingers, okay? Except the pinky. So we'll do that lick again. Measure 8. It's the 4th line from the bottom. And then you're going to stay on the A flat to jump up now to the A flat. Now, 3rd line from the bottom has a B natural. B natural is pointer. Again, we're just going over the highlights of the song. B natural. Take a breath. to that F sharp. We talked about it in video 1. F sharp is 3 fingers up top and down here. That's a low F sharp. So you got G to F sharp, and then back up to G. A natural. So that measure 12 is. I'm sorry, I made a mistake there. A measure 12, the last note is actually a B natural. I'm sorry, I said B flat. It's a B natural because there's a natural sign in the beginning of the measure. I didn't see that. We'll do it again, measure 12. Breathe. You may want to mark that B natural in, and then we'll continue on the C. And then you're kind of home free in the last 2 measures. So it's that section we worked out there. Now notice I made a couple mistakes. That's called practicing, and I'm practicing with you. And sometimes we make mistakes. No big deal. But you may want to mark that B natural on measure 12. Okay? Let's continue with the last 2 measures before we wrap it up. The last 2 lines, of this song, starting on A flat. Breathe. A flat. Set these for 2 beats. B natural. Okay, so some tricky stuff. I think the top part is going to be no big deal for most players. It's pretty straightforward, but that second section is really where the kind of the meat of the dance, meat of the song, 2 dances really is. That's what really makes it more of a challenging solo than a level 1. Okay, so you're going to kind of need to do what I'm doing, which is to work out measure or section by section slowly and then work it up to speed. There will be another video that will just show you what the song sounds like as performed. Okay? So keep practicing. If you have any questions, go to the contact page at the top of the website and fill it out. I'll email you back. Or if you're one of my students, come and see me and we'll talk about this song in more detail. All right? In the meantime, keep practicing, rock on, and we'll talk to you soon.